The best part ever.
The best part of the episode.
Like Folgers.
So, Shon, thank you again for coming. We're so excited
Yes.
to get some male perspective on this topic. You know, Chanel and I always like to imagine that we know what men think, but the truth is we just don't.
We don't.
You know, so who better to tell us than you, a man who's been married and divorced?
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to just sort of get your preliminary thoughts on our episode that we did called Navigating Through Divorce. Because I know at that time you were like, I have some perspective that I want to share. So is there anything in particular that kind of stuck out to you?
Yeah, listening to the episode, I just think it was the whole process and the way women process divorce and the way men process divorce are two totally different ways of going about things. So hearing the ladies from their perspective, and then I was thinking, well, some of the stuff that I went through look a little different. Men, we really don't have that safe space, if you will, to be vulnerable. We really don't have too many people to talk to because it's just like, oh, well, forget her, move on, get on with your life. Like there's this whole process in between, though, that you have to go through, especially if you plan on remarrying. That you have to get your own personal healing.
Right. So just to give our listeners some background, can you tell them how old you are, how long you were married, when you got divorced, and how long you've been remarried?
Yes. Okay. I am 43 years young.
You look young.
Wait a minute. First of all, y'all.
Your face told us lies.
Listen, here. You are aging like wine, sir.
And then, so now I got to add in, how does your wife? Because I saw her and she is gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
She is absolutely stunning.
Oh, y'all are aging backwards now.
Yes. And you better not say she in her 40s, because I swear to God, I will come to Austin. If you say that she's in her 40s, we got beef.
She's 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. I'm like, okay, I didn't mean to interrupt. So, okay, you're 43. And how long were you married?
And I was married for almost 15 years.
Wow.
Okay.
So I got married young, of course. And we divorced it's going on almost about 4 years since we divorced. But there's been a year gap with the separation and paperwork and all that stuff and details that's just but about a year, and then my wife and I will be married for 3 years this October.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So then how old were you when you got married?
I was 24 when I got married.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I was super young. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So then what made you want to get married?
Yeah.
Like, what made you get down on that knee and buy that ring?
Yeah. So the 24-year-old Shon, like,
Yes.
what was going through your head to be like, you know what? About to put a ring on it.
Right.
Listen.
Ooh, good question. Now that I look back, hindsight is 2020.
Amen.
Being married at 24, I think there was some pressure to a degree. I'm in the church, I'm in leadership, single man, and I get to meet a nice young lady, and I'm thinking after we're dating for about 6 months, I felt that she was the one for me and what I needed, and she was mature. She was already a single parent, so me and her son, we got along. And it was one of those things where I said, well, okay, God, let me just make sure that she's the one for me. And that's where I was in life. I just felt like she was the one, and we spent just about 15 years together.
Yeah.
Married, so.
Mm-hmm. Did you find, did you all have any pushback as far as marrying, being that you were 24, so did your family be like, you know what, Shon, I ain't too young, just wait? Did you get any of that type of criticism from your family or friends?
Yes, because my ex-wife was older than me. She was around 7 years older than me.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so
she
was
a little cougar.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. She's
a little bit, cougar.
Just a little bit.
Just a 10.
Not a lot,
Yeah.
just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. So she was 7 years older than me, and of course I got some pushback. But we went through the counseling with my pastor. and he was a little leery of the age thing too, but he figured with my maturity and her maturity that things would work for us, because I was mature at 24, but I don't know. I have my pros and cons as far as marrying younger opposed to marrying older. That's a whole nother topic within itself.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So, would you say that there was any red flags or writing on the wall where it was like, you know what, this is not who I'm supposed to be with? Or do you think, hey, I was who I was supposed to be with during that time? It just ran its course.
I believe that. I believe we were supposed to be together, because I believe through that process, I'm able to really appreciate what I have now.
Mm.
Um, and it's easy to say, we divorced and you could talk bad about that person. Like you can always do that. But to learn from my mistakes is what really helped me with my wife now, and seeing how I had to mature as a person.
Okay.
There was so many, looking back now, I was immature. I was insecure. I had the outer appearance, saved in church, love the Lord, serving in ministry. Um, I had all those things, but there were still personal issues that I had to deal with that I never dealt with at 24.
Mm-hmm.
So being married now, I had to get therapy, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't want to mess this marriage up. So I had to do the work
So
before I decided to marry.
what is the work?
Yes.
That's always the key question. So I'm curious to know, what did immaturity and insecurity manifest itself as? And what is the work that you did?
The work is therapy. The work is reading books. The work is journaling. The work is being honest with yourself. Because God will show you that mirror. Like he'll put that mirror in front of you. And I believe one of the reasons I was able to marry my wife, who I'm with now, is because I was able to confront my own issues. I need to tackle my insecurity. I need to tackle, selfishness, all these different things. And we always talk about awareness is everything. When you're aware of your shortcomings, you have one or two choices. Either you can work on it, or you can continue to destroy people that's in your life with your insecurities.
Yeah, I hear you say that a lot on your show. Awareness is everything. Awareness is everything. And on here, we say perspective is everything, right? So I believe that both of those things work together very well.
I agree.
To get you the truth. But sometimes other people are aware, right, of where you are, but you can't see yourself. And that's sort of what Lydia talked about when she was on our podcast, right? Is that she wasn't ready to have conversations with her friends about her relationship because she just wasn't ready to receive it, So it's like, I know this ain't right, but I can't own my stuff right now. I'm just not there yet.